All right, let's get into the weekly watch report where we talk about the things we watched this week. Weekly watch report on Monday. 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 Boom. Watch The Holiday. I haven't watched The Holiday in years.
Really?
Yeah, I've talked.
Oh, yeah, you're right. We just talked about it.
Like, I have seen The Holiday, but I don't. Like, I'm not. You know.
We literally just talked about this. Yes.
I give The Holiday. I'll give it an A-. I'll give The Holiday an A- because there is a point in it where I'm like, it's a little too long, in my opinion, for a Christmas movie. But I do very much enjoy it. I will say, though, kind of absurd to give Cameron Diaz Jude Law and give Kate Winslet Jack Black. Like, in terms of, you know.
Yeah, but that's.
No, it's the charm. It's part of the story.
That's, you know.
But it just, it's a stark difference going from watching Jude Law to Jack Black.
That is true.
That's my honest. No?
Yeah. No.
Yeah. I'd rather hang out with Jack Black,
but it's like she goes from the objectively handsome asshole to the charming, funny guy.
No, and Jack Black is very whatever.
Because Jasper's the worst.
Right, but we're not. Jude Law isn't an asshole.
No, Jude Law
is a really like a nice guy in this.
Yep.
So that's where it's like he's funny, he's a nice guy, he's great looking, like he has all the aspects.
Yeah. But you have to have it like. I feel like Jack Black is crucial to the story of like not being just an objectively
I'm not
handsome
anti Jack Black.
No, I know.
But
I'm saying like if it was like Jude Law and I can't even think of somebody else at this moment in time. The only person popping into my brain is Hugh Grant, but it would not have been at the time. It actually could have been Hugh Grant. You know, like another. But I'm trying to think American because he would have been an American in that setting. But yes, it's a
classic.
It is
it's a great movie. Give it an A-.
Yeah.
I also rewatched Notting Hill.
Oh, Hugh Grant,
also a classic, obviously. Always give that an A. Love Island Australia, caught up. It's gone down for me a little bit. I'll give it a B right now. They're starting to annoy me rather than like rope me in. I'm starting to get annoyed by them. Like
I think I'm behind on a couple episodes.
All right, I won't spoil then.
No,
but like I genuinely can't stand Zayn and Taylor.
Yeah,
like I do not like them.
Yeah.
Like sometimes there's people.
I watched through movie night.
Yeah, sometimes there's people on reality shows where I'm like, you don't agree with them, but like you still like them. You know, It's not that you dislike them; you just don't agree with them. Them, I straight up do not like, and that brings it down for me a little bit. I'll give it a B right now.
I didn't like the whole movie night conversation at all either. Like
no,
I didn't like what Dylan did.
Yeah, and all the guys laughing
and like she said, I was like, I didn't want to say those things like on TV, like, and it felt like only afterwards that Zayn tried to like save himself to be like, oh, like it's I should have thought that like it would be different for her than like just me. It's like, okay. Now, if you're trying to act like you have this evolved opinion, it's like you didn't 4 hours ago when you did this. So
yeah, he just seems like a big dummy, and I don't have time for him.
That's fair.
And
Surviving Barstool.
Oh, Surviving Barstool. That A+.
Yeah,
you know. Sometimes it's hard to talk about because we know what happens, but we also don't know what happens. If you know what I mean. Like we know what happens, but we don't know what gets shown in what episodes or like what's to come. But
right, there's no like next time.
Right, right. There's no next time on this episode. It's just what's gonna happen on this episode, even though we all know what happens. So just keep watching. Keep watching, and if you haven't started watching yet, if you love reality TV, then you will love Surviving Barstool. Just a bunch of co-workers fighting with each other, really.
Totally. What did I watch? So I watched Sex Lives episode 3. I think 4 is out now, but I watched 3, which it's fine. I don't know.
I'm out like, on that show. I'm not gonna continue.
They're like introducing a new girl. It's just like, ugh.
Right.
Like no offense to the new girl, but it's just not the same. I'll give it a C. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, I have not brought up at all, but new season just started. I think I watched all of it. So I think there's 4 episodes out right now. So that has been good. That's been interesting. I don't know. There's been a lot of theories on like why Dory is like showing up like she has. Like it's been like an aggressive.
I have to start it.
Yeah, it's been like she's coming for Kyle hard. And they have been having their issues, but I don't know. There's not really too much happening. The PK and Dorit stuff is obviously like the start of the season, but now they're trying to just get Kyle and Dorit like on the same page. So not really sure if that happens or not. I'll give it a B-. It's good. I've been watching RHONY still. I'm probably on episode like 7 or 8, somewhere in that range. Also fine. It's a C-. There was a really weird that I just was like, what is going on? But Rebecca Minkoff, who's new this season on the show, she and Aaron did like a pregnancy prank on the rest of the girls, like trying to like plant a seed that Rebecca was pregnant, but like it was not her husband's baby, and like a whole scandal and like whatever. And they thought it would be like funny to like see where like if everybody finds out, it's like who's the leak, like who's telling everybody. Just kind of weird, I thought. Yeah. Like I don't know, like especially with like a pregnant, like I don't know,
seems
just
a bit unnecessary.
Yeah. I started the new season of The Ultimatum on Netflix, season 3 of The Ultimatum.
Is it good? I've seen people talking about it.
It's interesting. It's interesting because it's a different type of season because, and this isn't really a spoiler, but once all the couples all like re-coupled and they're in their faux marriages with the other people. But at a point early on in that, 2 of the original couples just pack their bags and fucking leave. And there's no conversation. There's no nothing. They get their stuff and like leave in the middle of the night. Like it's like bags packed and they're gone. So because they did that, it left some of the original people without a pair. So like say like I'll just use it as Nick and Brittany go into, it's actually funny, there is a Nick and Vanessa host, but it's like Nick and, I mean they do live so it's fine, but like Nick and Vanessa, they are paired up with new people, they leave. Well, one guy now doesn't have a partner and his original girlfriend is still with her new guy. So now this guy's just alone and he has to go through the whole process of the rest of the weeks of this fake marriage with his girlfriend, cause with a new guy, and he's just sitting on his ass alone in his room, like losing his mind.
Yeah.
So that's kind of an interesting dynamic that hasn't happened before, where like the people leave and then these other people just have to go through the process like alone pretty much. But I don't know. Nobody's really like that likable besides like 2 or 3 people. One girl looks just like what was her name? Jess? Love is Blind. Then she went on The Perfect Match with Harry Jowsey. They look exactly the same. It's
really?
like, yes. But it's I'm still watching it. The Ultimatum is just a fucking wild show. I'm like, why? Every time I watch, I'm like, why do couples do this show? I just could not wrap my brain around it. Like couples that have been together for years and like live together and like have a full ass life together.
It's like,
and
clearly you don't want to be together, so just end it.
Right. Like, I don't know. Crazy. I'll give that a B-. Love Island Australia. I'm only just through like part 2 of movie night was the last episode I watched. I'll give it a B. And Lioness, I watched the second season we started. I don't know if I graded it, but I'm up to episode 4 of Lioness in season 2. It is very good. I think it's a fantastic show. I'll give that an A-. And The Holiday was my holiday rewatch. Do it every year. It never fails. The Holiday is a solid A for me every time. And that's my list.
Solid.
Oh, right. I started No Good Deed on Netflix. I forgot that. But I started it multiple times because every time I pressed play, I had a few drinks, and one night I completely fell asleep. Had to rewatch it. Tried to rewatch it again. I've watched the first episode. It's the new Netflix show with Lisa Kudrow and Ray Romano. Big ensemble cast. They're like trying to sell their house, and it's like all prospective buyers of the house. And it's created by the same woman who did Dead to Me.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, I'm interested.
So I liked the first episode. I thought it was. I'm intrigued. So episode 1, I'll give a B. Like it's solid. Couple laughs. It's like a 30-minute type show kind of vibe. Yeah. Okay, that's everything.
Okay, I have a couple left over from last week since I wasn't here. But I watched the whole Madness show on Netflix. I don't know if you've seen that pop up. It's called Madness. It's with Coleman Domingo. He was in Euphoria. He's the main character, and it's like a thriller. Just one season. I just finished the whole season. It was like entertaining, and it was like a good like easy watch, especially when I was like sick. But it wasn't like I won't blow you away or anything. I'd say it's a solid like C+.
Yeah.
But exciting watch. Shrinking, I watched like the last 3 episodes.
Oh shit! I finished Shrinking. Totally forgot about that.
Was that the finale this
Yeah.
week? Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
The 2 episodes before this finale, I really liked.
Yeah.
This past the most recent one, I was like not as impressed by, but I'd say like B+ overall. Like I thought it got like really.
I would give
serious
Shrinking the same.
Over like it got like really emotional for like a couple episodes there.
Yeah, and it still did.
I also just realized that what's his face from Ted Lasso like is a creator of the show.
Yeah.
I didn't realize. I was just like, oh, he's just randomly in this.
No. He's in the mix. I did love the finale that they threw. God, I always forget what her real name is, but Robin, How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, I never watched How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, you wouldn't even recognize
who's her character?
The woman that sells him the car. Did you watch the last episode?
I did. I'm gonna say I was in and out in the last episode because I wasn't like loving it, but it's
her birthday.
Yeah.
He buys her the yellow car.
Yeah,
the woman who sells him the car.
Yeah, I do. Like her.
She's from How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, no, I do.
And so is he. So.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yes.
Honestly, well, I've never seen How I Met Your Mother. I knew that.
Yeah, but I mean, you would recognize the characters, no? Neil Patrick Harris and.
No, I know, but I wasn't like, oh my God, How I Met Your Mother reunion.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I did.
But yeah, I'll give it a B+. And I watched the new Clint Eastwood movie, Juror number 2. Have you heard about that? Very good. It's on Apple TV, or I rented it on Apple TV. But a ton of good actors in that movie. And it's crazy that he's 94 and still like pumping out like really good movies. Like I'm sure this will be like in award season. Zoe Deutsch is really good. She was in it. So yeah, I'll give that an A-. Thought that was really good. What's his name is the main character? My guy, Nicholas Hoult. He was really good.
I love Nicholas Hoult.
Yeah, he's the main character.
That's why I want to see the new one that he's in that's coming out soon is Nosferatu.
Oh yeah, everyone's talking about that.
Yeah.
I watched a ton of Love Island. I caught up, so I'm fully caught up. At least on Hulu. I don't know, and also I'm annoyed because I looked up one of the girls on Instagram. And it spoiled it for me. Because I didn't realize how far behind the Hulu is.
Yeah, it's like a couple weeks.
Yeah.
At least a week, maybe 2.
I'll give it like a B. That if I had rated it before like the last bunch of episodes I watched, it would have been higher. But yeah, like after the movie night, everything it's kind of gone downhill.
Yeah. It's like almost over.
Is it?
Unless they magically added more episodes, Love Island Australia is always like 27 to 30 episodes for like the whole season. Because I was looking at Hulu the other day just to see like the other past seasons, how many there are, and that's like kind of the average.
You know, I like Mimi. That's pretty much it. like I can't stress how much I hate Hannah. She sucks.
Yeah, I know. And
like everything about her.
starting to lose me a little bit too, sadly. So
yeah, like there's not that many likable people in this season. Like Hannah just like makes these like facial expressions like that just are, like infuriate me. Yep. Because she's just I don't know like I think she like enjoys being like a bad person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And same with like Taylor and Zane. Surviving Barstool A+. I watched a new movie Carry On Netflix. Taron Egerton. Just like a really fun
Sophia
movie.
Carson.
Yeah, just a fun movie. It's like
Jason Bateman, right? Too?
Yeah, Jason Bateman.
Yeah.
It's completely ridiculous.
I want to watch it.
You just have to like put that out of your mind.
Yeah.
Because it's the most like absurd. Like it's in an airport and the things that are happening are just like
I watched the trailer.
Absurd.
Yeah.
But it's like really fun. Like I saw someone saying like it's just like Die Hard in an airport. Like it's like it's just like a really fun watch and it's like well done. And honestly, Taron Egerton, I'm like anything he does, I'm like I like.
Yeah. Same. That's I mean I feel that way about the whole cast. So I'm like I'm gonna
It got like really good reviews and I'll give it like a B+. Like. Ooh, I would maybe gave it like, and it's also like it's set during Christmas. So
yeah.
I honestly like if it wasn't for like I just have to take it down from an A- because of like how absurd it all is.
Right.
But it is just fun. And then I just started this show on Netflix last night. I watched the first 3 episodes. Black Doves. It's the Keira Knightley.
Yeah, I've heard about this.
Good.
Really good. I heard.
Really good.
Yeah.
Like. Really
she got
good.
nominated for that.
Did she?
Yeah.
I'm like really excited to
Golden Globes.
I think there's only 6 total episodes.
Yeah,
it's like 3 left.
It's like a British limited series.
Yeah.
Oh really? So it's not like it's just it.
I think so. Like I think
season?
it's
Damn. It's really good. And like funny too. Like it kind of reminds me of Mr. and Mrs. Smith like a tiny bit. Like they're all spies.
No, I really want to watch that also. Yeah.
I feel like it's been a while since seeing Keira Knightley in something.
She's great. I'll give that an A-.
Solid.
That's all I got.
That's a good list. Some good recommendations on that one.
I know we're getting into that time where people are looking for something.
Yeah, there's a lot of things on your list I want to watch.
Take a bite out of for during their holiday break.
For sure. All right, that wraps up everything we watched.